All right, it's 1 o'clock. Welcome back. It's time to start again. So I'm going to moderate the conversation and just jump in and we're going to finish these questions. Number 12 is where we're at. Money for FHA and VA mortgages come from. Your answers, please. Money for FHA and VA mortgages comes from. And from those who responded, it is 52% who got it correct is B for boy, qualified lending institutions. Number 13, the government normally lends money directly in which kind of loan? And from those who did respond, 45% of you are correct, answering C, the RECD, the Rural Economic Community Development. Number 14, the bank that makes a lower rate loan in return for the payment of extra points is offering a. The bank that makes a lower rate loan in return for the repayment of extra points is offering a, and about 82% of you are correct answering C, buy downs. Number 15. Negative amortization refers to a situation in which the. And 87% of respondents got it correct is B for boy, the debt grows larger instead of smaller. Number 16, the borrower of the biweekly mortgage makes how many half payments every year? And from those responding, 76% are correct, answering D, 26 half monthly payments. Number 17, in an amortized loan, how are monthly payments applied? And from responses, about 63% of you are correct, answering C. The principal increases as interest decreases. Correct. 18, if the monthly interest at 5% is $1,250, what is the principal amount of the loan? And I will work it out with you. A lot of head scratching out there, looks like. Not a lot of answers. So apparently a lot of people are having difficulty with this. Well, here's how we're going to solve it. $1,250 is the monthly interest payment. To understand the interest amount, you have to multiply times 12 to get a yearly interest. So 1,250 times 12 equals $15,000 a year in interest, which represents 5% of the loan amount. So 15,000 divided by 5% equals $300,000, and 50% of those who did respond had it correct. B for boy. Again, multiply the interest amount being paid on a monthly basis times 12 to get the yearly and divide by 5%. $300,000. Number 19, excuse me. The amount of a loan expressed as a percentage of the value of the real estate used as security is known as the and again, from the amount of people responding, 87% of you are correct, answering B, loan to value ratio. Number 20, borrowers with a 30-year mortgage loan pay And from those who did respond, 75% of you are correct, answering B, less per month than a 20-year loan. Well, that just makes sense, right? 50% longer, payments are less per month. Number 21, who pays points? And from responses garnered, only 57% of you are correct, answering B for boy. Either the buyer or the seller can pay points. Number 22. Who is responsible for explaining mortgage financial concepts to buyers who need a mortgage? Okay, let's see what we got here. From the answers, 43%, just squeaked it out as a majority. 43% are correct, answering D. No one is responsible to explain these concepts. 23. The buyers purchased their first home for $250,000. Their down payment was $50,000, and they took a first mortgage of $200,000. At the time of purchase, their equity was So I'm going to use the whiteboard real quick to demonstrate this question. Purchased the house for $250,000. They put $50K down and they mortgaged $200,000. What is the equity? Now remember, I told you value minus debt equals equity. So the value is $250,000, what they paid for it. Their equity is less the debt, $50,000. I'm sorry, less $200,000. That's the debt. What's left is the down payment, or $50,000 is the equity. 200 minus 50, so 250 minus 200 equals 50,000 in equity. So C, 72% of you had correct before I gave the answer. And number 24, last question. The homeowners purchased their home for $250,000 using a conventional loan of $200,000. They now want to refinance their home to take advantage of lower interest rates. The appraisal comes in at $275,000, but they still owe $185,000 on their mortgage. How much equity, if any, have they built up? Use the same equation, guys. So 86% are, I'm sorry, check that. Let's see what we got. 95% of you have it right, is A, $90,000. $275,000 is the value currently in the market by the appraisal. Their debt is $185,000, therefore equity is $90,000. A. All right, real good responses, guys. I do have one quick question, if you don't mind. Ivan, whether it's Pena or E. Portilla, what is your correct name? Please let me know, because you've appeared in multiple different ways on our registration and our chat section. So Ivan, whoever you are, is it Ivan Pena or is it Ivan E. Portilla? Ivan Yanina. Okay, so who's Portilla? And how is it that because your class is going to be recorded under Portilla unless you consistently use the name of Pena. and therefore you're not going to be recognized as attaining your licensing hours. So you need to correctly identify yourself at all times, Ivan. Just so you understand, you can't have a name different than what you're going to try to get your license under, because your hours won't show up. Just so you know. Are you cool with that? Is there any questions about it? Okay, so but you have to use your name as it's going to appear on your license, Ivan. So please consistently use your name as it's going to appear on your license. So if your last name is Pena, please use that as your name. All right. So you guys want questions, answers for some of these questions? Again, all chapter review questions are in the back of the book. There's no reason why you have to keep saying, what's the answer, what's the answer? They're all in the back of the book. All you gotta do is look, that's all. All right, anybody else with a question before we proceed on to chapter 15, Financing 2? Stand by while I pull up that chapter. If there is questions, I'll get right to it. Number 20, there was not enough information. We don't even know if they are talking about loans on the same property. Number 20, borrowers with a 30-year mortgage loan pay less per month than a 20-year loan. Well, if you do a side-by-side comparison of two loans, you would naturally pay less per month over an extended period than a shorter period. Would you not, Michael? Excuse me.